Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Great way to start off the video. So thank you for all your well wishes. I am on the mend. I still have low energy. I still have this nasty cough. I can't do a lot of physical activity for a very long time. I got sent for some x-rays, so we're waiting to see back on if anything can be done. Is this like kind of a waiting game? So, through this video, you're gonna hear coughing. I apologize, but I have been slacking because I have been unwell. So instead of covering a big true crime case or a heavy topic, even though this is gonna be kind of heavy, I thought I'd have a conversation about something that I dropped in my last true crime video, which was my last video. So if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, feel free to watch my last video. If not, totally fine. I will kind of explain it. So my last true crime case was on Cindy Gladue. I'm gonna kind of somewhat detach from that because I feel like Cindy deserves her own videos and stuff. And I'm not gonna be dragging her through this. She deserves some peace now. I left a comment in that video saying I was selfishly relieved out of the outcome of this case that took place. And so I'm going to talk about this. I also dropped it in a few other videos too, but two of my abusers were related to the accused in that case, and one of the, I would say in the last year of my high school of the abuse, things got scarily bad. Again, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, past videos I've done amounts of topics on this, but just to basically sum it up, I fell for a guy who I thought was, a good guy. I was naive. I was 14, 15 at the time, and it ended up turning into a very abusive relationship, and it turned out that his brother and his friends also joined in the abuse, and then I did also get abuse from the school. Not a good, healthy situation. But anyways, so I was in grade 12, and I wasn't in the greatest state of mind, and I knew about this because one of the brothers told me, and then eventually I found out from the news and whatnot, because it was semi-covered back then. There was never really this big coverage of it. Sorry. But, it was I didn't know what to believe at the time. Like, I followed the evidence, and basically, in a short sum of it, I knew it was not a good situation. Accident or not, somebody did lose their life, right? And my abusers, they got angry, very angry, because I think, now I don't want to speculate, but the reason why I'm saying this is because of their actions, and I'll get into that. A part of me thinks that they knew the truth that took place all along, but then a part of them, I don't know, just wanted to go along with the thing that, oh, he didn't do it type of thing, right? And how why I'm saying that I don't want to speculate, but kind of like the evidence points to this, is they were very, they would be nice and they would say nice things, and then they would get very cold, and they were no longer trying to suck up to me. It was just this coldness from them, and that is when I knew, in the all of the abuse, in these moments, I knew shit was gonna hit the fan, and that I needed to be prepared for whatever the outcome of it was, and to like get away as far as I can. But I mean, honestly, they did have free reins of the school. They could come and go into classrooms as they pleased. You know, it was a well-known fact that they were drinking and doing other things, and nobody stopped them. So how far could I really go? And at the time I was doing co-op and college at the same time, and I was very thankful for those times at college, even though that wasn't a good situation either, but I did a video on that. And again, I wasn't in a good mind frame. So when they would corner me, or they would send texts, or they would leave voice messages, it was very cold and very manipulative of the fact that they would say, you saw what our father could do, type of thing. Don't make him kill another person. And then it got to the point where it's like they basically said he could kill me and he could get away with it. And again, I am not blaming this on their father. I don't think he had any idea that this was going on. At the time, he was being held in jail. Again, I'm not, here to point fingers at him. He was dealing with his own troubles that he, did. But this was the whole coercing of them, as they said that he didn't do it, and then they're using that as, hey, he killed somebody, he can kill you too, type of thing. I was very scared. On top of everything that I was going through, this scared me. And at the time I was like, okay, there's no absolute way he could hurt me. He is in jail. And at the back of my mind, I was like, okay, our system is there's no way he can get out of it. Well, he got released on bail, and he was sent back home, because this took place in another province. We have provinces here in Canada. You might also know them as states from the US, type of thing. Our states are the states in the US are basically our provinces, just smaller. And that was scary. Because after everything that they did to me, I wasn't surprised that they would take it to that far. Basically, I mean, they've threatened my life before at this point, multiple times. In front of people, not in front of people, in front of teachers. And they just got away with it, right? But it made it more real, because I know that another human being died. Okay? And I was very aware of that. And, it was like this whole big I can't even speak. It was just this whole big circle of crap. Of no way getting out. I tried going to talking to the police. That didn't work. The school didn't really do fuck all. They didn't believe me. They thought I was the troublemaker. And, I wasn't in the great standings of my family. I was doing really, I was distancing myself from my family. My abusers, they basically set it up that I isolated myself from my family, and I didn't know how to get back during this time of everything going on. So I took the illogical approach, the only illogical power that I had in my hands, and I started writing every detail of my life in journals. I wrote down from the time I woke up, what I did in my room, got dressed, went downstairs, tried to eat breakfast. If I ate breakfast, I ended up throwing it up later on. But that's a whole other thing. From like how I got to school, how long it took me to go to school, like get to school, what that person was, if I was with somebody, what they were wearing. I counted my steps if I was by myself. I literally marked everything down to detail. The time I got to school, what I did when I got to school, who I talked to. I counted the cameras that I was in front of if I walked down the halls. I was very calculated in what I was writing in these journals. And the reason why I was writing these things in the journal is if anything did happen to me, there would be proof. It would be a little too late, but if somebody would come across it, they would have the proof that, yes, I was very paranoid, but it would raise awareness that, hey, I didn't kill myself, type of thing. That something happened to me, that something was going on. I was very paranoid, and scared. And I just didn't know what to do. And my logical thing was, because I love to write, is, hey, if somebody saw me writing things down, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. So the school wouldn't start asking questions, people around me wouldn't ask questions. It was very normal to see me writing things because I love to write. And I literally started doing that every single day. And even after I graduated, I continued for, I would say, almost a year and a half of writing things down every single day of every single detail. Because I was so scared. I honestly didn't know if somebody was going to come to kill me. I didn't know if those threats were going to be, recognized and followed through. I didn't know if, I just didn't know what would happen on a day-to-day basis. And there would be days where I'd go without sleep because I was afraid to close my eyes, and what if somebody came through my bedroom door, because my abusers used to stand outside my house. I didn't know if they were like staking out the place. Like, I didn't know if they were going to come after my family. I didn't know anything. And I was just so scared because nobody listened to me or believed me before. So it's like, how can I sound like this crazy person and bring this forth and just, let it out and tell somebody. I had stacks and stacks of books and papers and of just every detail. And I couldn't go past my high school without getting sick, without getting paranoid. Because there was for a time that some of my abusers lived close to the school, close to that area. So I was very paranoid, like whenever I was in that area of, what are my options? If I have to go in this area to get somewhere, like, what are my options to go around? How long would it take me to get there if I had to go around? If I couldn't get around, like, were there's any cameras, CTV footage that could be, like, known. You know, was the person on speed dial that I can contact and call when I was walking through these areas, um, or just, I was very calculated, and I still am to this day. It's just something that's um kind of like, I feel like an army person, of like going into places and looking for exits, being aware of the cameras. That is just who I am. I did it for so long, it just comes natural to me. I honestly I'm very, aware of my surroundings, of where I am, um, when I'm out. I'm not as paranoid as writing down like all of my things of what I do throughout the day. I've kind of, working through my trauma, I got out of that, but I knew that they were still out there. A lot of them kind of scattered and went different directions, but I knew some of them were still in the area. I knew that this person was still out there that had committed murder, committed a crime, killed somebody, um, and got away with it for a very long time, for 10 years. And I I honestly did not know what would happen to my life. So when the verdict came in that he was found guilty of manslaughter, I I don't know, this like kind of relief washed over me, and I felt very selfish for that. I was like, hey, like, this is not about you, okay? This was never about you, and I didn't want to make it about me. Excuse me, but I felt very relieved, even after all these years. I I saw this person at my graduation. He was allowed at the graduation because, at the time he was out on bail. There wasn't a trial set for a few more months, so he was allowed to go to his son's graduations, and he sat in there. And this person who, again, I'm not speculating, who may or may not have known that their sons were threatening another human being with their father's actions. I was really petrified to be in the same room. I was on the other side of the aisle, I do believe, and he was on the other side. And honestly, there was so much that was happening at the graduation, but I was just I was freaking out. I didn't know if this was the time or place that was going to happen. Like, obviously, I don't think he would have killed me in front of people. I don't think, who knows? Like, I'm not here to speculate that, maybe it was just his sons being stupid and saying stupid, harsh things, scary things, probably. But again, like, that was my state of mind back then. I was very, like, I was shit scared. There was, over, 200-300 people in that room, and I was still fucking scared. You know, and it was very, sorry, something flashing. Okay, so I was still filming. Just want to make sure. So I've been trying to hold in coughs, because, so sorry, I've been trying to hold in. Not healthy, I know. But yeah, I was paranoid for a long time, and it still was after. And getting that relief, I felt so selfish. Like, I'm just like this random ass person, but there was a backstory to it. There was, I guess, motive for me to feel a little bit selfish in that moment. Honestly, like I said in that video, I felt like crying for multiple reasons, and that was one of them. And it's just, I don't know. Like, you know, do I worry that if these videos, you know, are they going to be used against me? Who knows? I'm not saying, I know somebody got really pissed off at me in the comments that I'm saying um, you know, uh, the people that are commenting, oh, they're, you know, whatever, spies or whatever. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, could these videos be used against me one day? Could this draw attention to myself? Could this cause, you know, harm to myself? And I am no longer afraid. You know, I am using my voice because I know there's people out there that were in the same, not situation, but same feelings of me, of being lost and confused, losing themselves and not knowing, you know, how to use their voice. Just feeling like they have no place to go. And this is why I decided to start doing these videos, you know, of everything. And, you know, this is my voice, and this is my story and my journey. And if something ever does happen, you know, this is proof that I'm tired of hiding. Something was terribly done to me, and nobody was there to help me. Nobody believed me. And even if they don't believe me now, people hear this voice. They know that they're not alone. So even if nobody believes me of my story, I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying some, there's going to be some people that do, you know, believe me and are thankful that somebody is saying that I see you. You know, I see you for all your ups and downs, good days and bad days. I see you. And I believe you. And if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. I am not, you know, this person who has 1 million views or 1 million subscribers. I'm probably never gonna get there. And that's not bringing myself down. It's just that people aren't usually into this line of topics these days, you know. Everybody's so up in TikTok and how to get the next view, and that's not what I'm about. My journey is about, you know, if I can help this one person or support this one person, then, you know, these videos are worth it. You know, and if nobody's watching it, that's fine. Like, I'm not out here to get the views. I'm not out here to get the subscribers. I'm just out here to say, I see you and I support you. And, you know, my story, my journey is not a, you know, rainbows and butterflies. There are moments that are dark and scary. And yes, I've been through some shit. And I'm still gonna have bad days. I'm still gonna have nightmares. It's just, this is my journey, you know, and it doesn't have to be about the views and subscribers. It's just about a community that can be there for one another. Anyways, guys, before I lose my voice, because my voice is starting to crack, and before I start coughing up a lung, because that's bound to happen as I'm using lots of oxygen and my lungs are screaming at me to, you know, shut up. Anyways, guys, thank you for all the love and support and the well wishes. I hope to be back with videos, you know, more frequently. I'm gonna try. Oh my god, I'm getting winded. God. No, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be winded. I don't want to be, like, you know, in pain from coughing, but here we are. You know, I will be doing videos sporadically right now until I do get my strength back, and I'm not even working right now, guys. This is how bad it is. I am self-isolating. So that's great. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm sending my love. Remember, never give up, always keep fighting. You're very much loved, and I see you. Anyways, guys,